Howard Blum's book about the Idaho Four unalivings comes out next week. And here's the problem I have with Howard Blum. Blum did a podcast interview promoting this article.
That these two roommates, during the course of this murder, were texting to one another, and that at one point they even sent a text saying, "Oh my gosh, I think someone's being killed."
That airmail article was based on a series of exchanges between Kaylee's father, Steve G., and an internet friend. And in the messages, what Steve says is, she heard everything and even admitted saying via text, "I think someone killed them." I think someone's being unalived, and I think someone unalived them are two very different statements. A few months later, the internet friend did an interview with the Melissa Jade podcast.
I talked to Howard way later after the fact, and I had verbally said to him, well, listen, there's some stuff about a grand jury and Dylan texting saying, I think someone unalived them.
So the internet friend is saying she didn't give Howard Blum the messages between her and Steve G. Instead, she just verbally told him what was in them. So I contacted Howard Blum and asked him about the discrepancy. And I think it's interesting in his response that he says that he stands by what was written in the airmail piece, and that he has no specific recollection of the conversation in the podcast, which says to me he doesn't stand by what he said in the podcast, which means that discrepancy was caused either because Howard Blum made a mistake and didn't retract it, that he was given incorrect information and he never vetted what was in those messages. Boo, Howard Blum. Boo.